Hello students, I'm back. Welcome to Amy channel. So coming to the yesterday's science board exam paper, here I am going to discuss all the answers just briefly, that's all. So coming to section A, first question, write the energy conversion that take place in hydropower plant. Basically, potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. Of course, kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy also, but basic answer goes as potential to kinetic and kinetic electrical energy. Second question is, Mendel experiment consists of a breeding pea plants bearing white flowers and pea plants bearing white flowers. What will be the result in F1 progeny? We know according to law of dominance in F1 progeny we will get only dominant characters. So as far as textbook is concerned, violet flowers are dominant. So violet flowers we will get in F1 progeny. But whichever is dominant, that color only will be expressed in F1 generation. Now coming to third question, name one gustatory receptor. Gustatory means taste receptors and olfactory receptors means smell receptors. And he asked about giving dendrite A, B endpoint of neuron. So dendrite leads to dendron, dendron leads to cyton, cyton leads to axon, axon to telodendrites. So A and B can be dendron, cyton, axon. So any two you will get marks. Next one, fourth question, if the image formed by the spherical mirror for all positions of object placed in front of it is always erect and diminished, what type of mirror is it? Draw a label diagram. It is a convex mirror, we know, because in convex we always get virtually erect and diminished image. That's why it is used in rear view mirrors, because it even covers wide range of view. So it is convex mirror anywhere on principal axis. Coming to next paper number second page, fifth question, a compound X on heating with excess concentrated sulfuric acid at 443 Kelvin gives an unsaturated compound Y. So we know this is alcohol on dehydration gives alkenes. So X is alcohol and Y is alkene. Alcohols on dehydration gives alkenes, and here concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent. X also reacts with sodium metal. So we also know that alcohols react with sodium. It is the best test for alcohols also, because they liberate hydrogen gas, and hydrogen gas burns with a pop sound. So X is ethanol, Y is ethene, and Z is hydrogen gas. Coming to sixth question, state the laws of refraction of light. First law is, we know angle of incident, incident ray, refracted ray and normal lies on the same plane. Explain the term absolute refractive index. Is saying means velocity of light in 8 to velocity of light in given medium, and he is also asking you to write the expression means mu is equal to velocity of light in 8 by velocity of light in medium. Our question is, what is meant by power of lens? Power is converging or diverging capacity of a power, capacity of lens to converge or diverge the light rays passing through it. Write the SI unit is saying. So it is diopter. A student uses a lens of focal length 40 centimeters, he is saying, means do 100 by 40, that is 10 by 4, 5 by 2, 2.5 plus 2.5 diopters. Another one he is using minus 20 centimeters, means 100 by minus 20, that is minus 5 diopters. Write the nature and power. Whichever is plus is convex lens, we know. Whichever is minus, we know concave lens. Seventh question, write the one main difference between asexual and sexual mode of refraction. So in asexual, two parents are involved and two gametes are formed, no fusion takes place. In sexual, two parents are involved and no gametes take place, formation takes place and also fusion takes place. Which one species is likely to have comparatively better chances of survival, he is saying, because in sexual reproduction we get a variations, it is useful for evolution and also have better chances of survival because of fusion of gametes. Variations are occurring, that's why. Eighth question, how would you join three resistors, each of resistance 9, so that equivalent resistance of combination is 13.5 and 6. So 2 in series and 1 in parallel, or 2 in parallel and 1 in series. If you write, you will get by solvation, you will get that answer. And eighth question, orbit also there. Write Joule's law of heating. We know Joule's law of heating as heat developed in a conductor is directly proportional to square of the current, resistance and time of flow of current, that is H is equal to I square RT. So 2 lamps, one rated 100 watts, 220 volts. Do P is equal to VI, I you will get in this case, and also 60 watts, 220 volts, P is equal to VI, I is equal to P by V, you will get I1 and I2, you both add, you will get total current. Ninth question, write the hormone secreted and function. Thyroid gland, we know it secretes thyroxine hormone, its function is metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Pituitary gland, we know it secretes insulin hormone, so it converts glucose to glycogen. Pancreas, pituitary secretes growth hormone, it helps in growth of the body, and pancreas liberates insulin hormone and it converts glucose to glycogen, we all know that. And next one is 10th question, 2 ml of sodium hydroxide is added to fluid of zinc metal taken in test tube. When contents are warmed, a gas evolves which is bubbled through a soap solution before testing. Write the equation of chemical reaction involved and and the test to detect the gas. Name the gas which evolved when the same metal reacts with dilute solution. So here to sodium hydroxide, when zinc is added, it is base with metal. Base with metal we know, salt plus hydrogen gas. So NaOH plus zinc gives Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas, sodium zincate plus hydrogen gas. And how hydrogen gas is tested? It burns off with pop sound. Next, our question is also there. The pH of solution making it tasty and crispy pakoras, we know it is a baking soda. Baking sodas, so I have to write the chemical equation for the formation, like into the brine, if you pass ammonia and carbon dioxide, you will get ammonium chloride and baking soda. Coming to 6th page, 11th question. Why are the most carbon compounds poor conductors of electricity? Because carbon compounds undergo covalent bonding. Covalent bonds don't have charges, therefore they are poor conductors of electricity. Write the name and structure of saturated compound in which the carbon atoms are arranged in a ring. Ring means you have to write cyclopropane onwards. Any answer is correct. Cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane, cyclohexane, anything is correct. So give the number of single bonds present in this compound. So when you are writing cyclopropane, so number of single bonds you have to count and draw the structure, you count and write. Coming to 12th question, decomposition reactions require energy in the form of heat, light, or so he's asking decomposition all three reactions. We have studied in the textbook decomposition reactions are of two types: decomposition under heat, decomposition under current, decomposition under sunlight. Decomposition under sunlight is silver chloride breaks into silver and chlorine. Decomposition under heat we studied ferrous sulfate breaking into ferrous oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide, lead nitrate breaking into lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen gas, calcium carbonate breaking into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, and of course 1.7 activity we have studied that electrolysis of water breaks down into hydrogen and oxygen we have to write. So this 3 reactions or at least 5 reactions if you write, you will get 3 marks. Coming to 13th question, what is a dam? He asked to store water. Why do we see build large dams? Because we are getting shortage of water for irrigation. Means advantages you should write basically, like for irrigation, for hydroelectricity, and for inland navigation, fisheries, picnic spots, all controlling floods. And here he is asking main problems. Means we have tried disadvantages of dam, which is given in 2 lessons. Source of energy also, that question was there, and natural resource also there. What are the disadvantages of dams? We have disadvantages like social problems, many people losing their habitat; economic problems, large amounts of public money gets wasted if they are not built properly; and ecological imbalance will occur because large tracts of forest lands get submerged under water, that you have tried. And also when they submerge, they undergo rotting and they liberate methane gas. Methane gas is a global warming cause, and of course it also indirectly causing global warming. That also we should write. This is 13th question. Coming to page number 7, 14th question. Student in the school listened to the news read in morning assembly that the mountain of garbage in Delhi suddenly exploded. The various vehicles got buried under it. Several people were injured and the traffic jam all around. In the brainstorming session, the teacher also discussed this issue and asked the students to find out the solution to the problem of garbage. So here indirectly he is asking about various methods of disposal of garbage which we studied in our environment lesson. Such as 2 methods to manage the garbage we produce. Means like burning of the garbage or landfills or recycling is the best answer. As an individual, what we can do is generate the least garbage, give 2 points. Means we have to use it less, or proper recycling should be list 2 values of the teacher, any good values like like having social accountability, all that, anything. If you write values, you will get the answer. 15th question, list the factors on which the resistance of conductor depends. We know resistance depends directly on length of the conductor, inversely on the area of the conductor. Why are metal good conductors of electricity whereas glass? Because metals have free electrons and also least resistance. Why are alloys commonly used? Alloys are used because they have high resistance, high melting point, and they do not get oxidized even at high temperatures. This is 15th question answers. Coming to page number 8. 16th question, state Fleming's left hand rule. When 3 fingers of left hand are stretched in mutually perpendicular directions, central finger turns towards current, forefinger field, and thumb represents the force. If you write this itself, write the principle and working of motor. We know motor principle is when a current carrying conductor is kept in magnetic field, it experiences forces. If you write, you will get mark. And see, what are the functions of armature? Brushes and splittings. Armature helps in conduction of current, and actually they move the axle. And coming to the brushes helps in the conduction of current. Splittings helps in changing the polarity. 17th question, write the function of the following parts in human female reproductive system. Ovary. Ovary helps in production of ova and also production of estrogen hormone. Oviduct is also called fallopian tube. This is a place where fertilization takes place. Uterus. What is the function of uterus? Implantation occurs and fetus grows there for 9 months. And brief function of placenta, you have to write development of a embryo and placenta functions like nutrition, respiration, circulation, excretion, and rely on mother side, how blood supply will occur, you have to write. Coming to 18th question, write the steps involved in the extraction of pure metals in the middle of the activity series. Middle of the activity series from their carbonate ores, he said. So from the carbonate ores, normally we'll go for enrichment process. Then for carbonate ores, we'll go for calcination. Calcination means heating the ore in absence of air. Then we'll go for electrolytic reduction, extraction of the metals, and then electrolytic refining of copper. He is asking that B bit copper extraction from sulfide ore, means you have to write anode is a impure copper which we want to purify, cathode is a pure copper which is already existing, electrolyte is salt of the metal to be purified, and anode mud diagram you should draw. And coming to 19th question, mention two components of the blood, means plasma and plasma corpuscles. Trace the movement of oxygenated blood in the body. How oxygenated blood moves in the body, you have to write. Means we have to write from body parts, and actually from the lungs, oxygenated blood, it comes to pulmonary vein. From pulmonary vein it goes to left auricle to left ventricle to aorta, aorta to all body parts. This is the answer. Write the function of the valves. Valves prevent backward flow of blood. Write one structural difference between composition of artery and vein. He is saying structural difference. Arteries have thick walls, veins have thin walls, because arteries have to withstand, they have thick wall. And if coming to our question, define excretion is also there. Again, excretion is removal of waste products from the body. Name the basic filtration unit present in the kidneys, means it is nephron. Draw excretory system in human beings and label the following parts. Means where the following functions occur. Form urine, means nephrons is a long tube which collects urine from the kidney, means ureter. Store urine until it is passed out, means urinary bladder, you have to draw. Okay, coming to the 20th question. The modern periodic table has been evolved through the early items of the Daubigny, Newland and Mendel. List one advantage and one limitation in all. In the Daubigny case, advantages we have to write as he gave the idea of classification, and disadvantages is he in his lifetime he identified only 3 triads. Newland, he also gave the idea of how to classify together 8 elements, and basic disadvantages are he said only 56 elements are available in the nature, and at some places he kept 2 elements together, and this law is also not applicable to all elements. Coming to Mendel's advantages, he left gas for the elements to be discovered in the future like eka boron, eka aluminum, eka silicon, and one disadvantages is inversion of atomic weights occurred at some places, we have to write. Name the scientists who first all show the atomic number of an element is more fundamental property, means Moseley. State modern periodic law, means we have to say the physical and chemical properties of the elements are periodic functions of their atomic number is modern periodic law. Coming to paper number 10th, 21st question, he is saying a student is unable to clear the words written on the blackboard placed at a distance of approximately 3 meters from him. Name the defect, means near things he is not able to see. Near things he is not able to see means it is a myopia. So name the defect, means myopia. Why do stars twinkle, we have to write. And why do stars twinkle means that apparent change in the position, and even when starlight reaching to the earth undergoes flickering and twinkling occurs, all those full para you should write. Coming to our question, write the functions of the following parts like cornea. Cornea is a transparent layer, allows the light to pass through it. Iris controls the size of pupil and indirectly controls the amount of light entering into the eye. Crystalline lens converges the light onto the retina. Ciliary muscles helps in changing the focal length of eye lens, that is indirectly accommodation. Why does sun appears reddish early in the morning? Because early in the mornings and evening sun is far away, therefore by the time sunlight reaches the earth, all colors undergo scattering except red color. Therefore in the mornings and evenings sun appears red, and whereas in the afternoon it is very near, therefore all the colors come to the earth without undergoing scattering, it appears white. And he is saying, will this phenomenon be observed by astronaut on the moon? Means no, because there is no atmosphere, no scattering, we have to write. So this is about section A. Coming to the section B, paper number 11, he is asking name the process by which amoeba reproduce binary fission, and you have to draw the structure. Or also he is saying, he is asking about to write the various budding process in the yeast, he is asking. Next 23rd question is an object of size 4 centimeters. We have to distance of 30 centimeters means minus 30 we should take. Convex lens of focal length plus 20 you should take. Use the lens formula and we can find out the image distance. And coming to the 24th question in paper number 12, he is saying student added few pieces of aluminum metal in 2 sets of A and B containing iron sulfate and copper sulfate. Aluminum is above iron, so it can displace iron. It is also above copper sulfate, so it can displace copper also. In the second part of her experiment, she added iron to C and D containing aqueous solution of aluminum and copper. Iron cannot displace aluminum but can displace copper because iron is below aluminum, so it cannot displace. Iron is above copper, so it can displace. We have to write about this. What is the absorbed when sodium sulfate is added to barium chloride? We will know white precipitate of barium sulfate is formed, and also sodium chloride. You have to write that equation. It is also example of double decomposition and precipitation reaction. And 26th question, children, we have to find out resistance. R is equal to V by E in all the cases, and you have to plot the graph. You will get a straight line passing through the origin, indicating the slope of a BI graph gives the resistance, and almost you will get 5 ohms for each one. 27th question, list the steps of preparation of temporary mount of leaf. Take a tiny leaf with the help of brushes, put saffron in. All those steps we have to write in order. So children, in A, B, C sets, all the questions are almost same. They are jumbled, and this is a small effort from our Emit channel to give the key. Hope you all did very well. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Subscribe to Emit channel and click the bell icon to get the latest updates of the videos which I upload.